Hello, this is a tutorial to learn how to use Mental Measurements Yearbook and Tests in Print database. We'll talk a little bit about how to get to this database and search it, and then a little bit about what is in that database. First of all, it is not a good idea to use OneSearch to search this database. OneSearch does not do a good job. So you're going to want to click on Databases, and then use the pull-down menu and pick Psychology. And then take Mental Measurements Yearbook with Tests in Print. Then you need to think about what kind of thing you're trying to measure. I'm going to use the example of anxiety and finding tests and evaluations assessments you might be able to use with people on that. And I do search. And a number of things will come up on this. I have 218. You can, as per usual things, you could use some of the limiters over here on the side. I don't think a 1963 test is going to be very good. And so you may want to use the limiters to expand, to shorten the time frame. I'm just going to click on the first one here and take a look at it. The first thing that will come up is a discussion of what this information about this test. And so who created it, who's the people who are publishing it, and what the purpose of the test is for. A couple of the things that you want to look at is it going to do the purpose that you need it for? One particular to look for is population. This is obviously for children, but not young children. There are tests for some things that are like pre-reading, if you have small children that you might need to use, things like that. It will also talk about how you administer the test, how long the test takes, those kinds of things. And I think most important is realizing that these tests are not free. You can't just go out on the internet and find these tests. It takes a lot of money, time and money to create them. And so these assessments will cost something to be able to use. And so usually if there's information on the cost of the test, there'll be a whole, that will be in this section. If you need to be trained to administer the test, that kind of information is included in here. And so very useful stuff, but you're never going to get the actual test or assessment in full text. That does not exist with these things. These are just things to point you, to help you identify what might be useful for your purposes. Then, not on all of them, but for many of these, if you keep going down, there's another section. And in that section, there is an independent review of these tests, saying what are the tests good for, if they can assess how good a job it does at doing what it needs to do, those kinds of things. And so if you read through here, this is a discussion of the test, an evaluation of the test. And there's actually, this is still the first one, there are usually two assessments by two different groups of people who are evaluating this test and this assessment. So this is pretty much all you need to know about Mental Measurements Yearbook. If you have any questions, come to the library and we'd be happy to help you.